missing in the middle? Michaela. Michaela's coming right back, though. Michaela is here. I think that's who I feel like is missing. Okay. Is it recording? It is. I thought I had to sneeze. Y'all, where's my calculator? Oh. All right. We're going to graph the first one. I'm guessing y'all need to go over it. So this one is on there. Yes, this is like number 1. I just, the numbers are changed. So you would go to y equals 4 to the x. Is everybody good with this? Zoom 6. And then we have to put that on our paper. I don't care if you make a table. You can make a table. If you don't make a table, just make sure I can clearly see points, and I'll show you what I'm saying. So if you press second graph, like I need to clearly see a few of these points. So I would do like negative 1.25. That looks kind of messy. But I could look at that and tell what you meant. 0, 1, and then 1, 4. See how I've got points? And if you want to, list them over here. If you wanted to list your points, you could.
Do you need to?
No. Oops, that was positive 0.5. You don't have to do that. You can just do this. I just need to see your points and then draw your graph. Okay? But see what I mean? Like don't do this. Okay? Don't just kind of like draw a random picture. Take your points. Are we good with number 1? See? Good start. All right.
Questions on that?
It looks like there's 26.
Wait, can you go to your table just real quick?
Yes, there's my table. It was negative 1.25, 0, 1, and 1, 4. Yeah, I just typed it in y equals. I pressed graph, and then I pressed second graph, and it showed me that table. Okay? Is everybody good with that one? All right. 2 is not on there because it's basically the same thing. Okay. Number 3 is on there. This one bothers me because it says use the graph. Ignore that. If I were you, it wants me to evaluate. Just skip all this. Ignore all that. What does that say? Evaluate e to the 1.7. So in my calculator, go back to your normal screen and do the E button. That's like on that, what is that, that LN? And then you're going to type in 1.7, and it gives you your answer. It's 4.4739. Is everybody okay with that one? Just remembering what to do on it, okay?
Wait, which one?
Number 3, just ignore that it says use the graph, okay? Yeah, number 2 is not on there, number 3 is. Just pretend it says use your calculator, okay? And just type that in, e to the 1.7. All right. The next one is number 5. I've got 5 and 6 on there. All right, number 5. I'll put this formula on the board. Hey, I'm recording. No, we've only gone over number 1 and number 3. Those are on the test, 1 and 3, and now we're on number 5. Okay, so number 5, your formula, and I'll put it on the board. It's PERT. P times E to the RT. Okay? So 5 is easy. You just plug them in exactly how they are and put it in your calculator. So my principal, that just means your starting amount is what? 1,600. So that goes here. Times E to the, what's my rate? It says 4.6%. So what do I have to do with that? 0.046. Divide it by 100, and it would tell you. Okay, just divide it by 100. Think of a test. How do you find your test percentage? What do you do with that number? Put it over 100. So same way here. If we're going from a percent to a decimal, just divide it by 100. So my R is 0.046 times, what's my time? 4 years. And all I'm going to do is type all that in my calculator just like that. Okay? So make sure you can do that real quick. Do 1,600 times E, and it takes it up there, and I'm going to do 0.046 times 4. Okay, did y'all see all those buttons on your calculator? And then if I press enter, there's my answer. It's $1,923.23.
Wait, did you do 0.46?
Oh, that scared me. Oh my gosh. I thought it was a rat over here. Is that bird? I just heard scratching. Okay. Sorry. What did you say? I'm so sorry.
Did you put 0.46 times 4?
Yes. I just put it all up there in the exponent. Look, I'll kind of show you a little bit closer. That's what it looks like on my calculator. 0.046 times 4. Okay, are we good with that one? It's not cooling down yet? I'll turn it down a little more. Okay, number 6 is backwards. Number 6 is on there. Or it's not backwards. You just actually have to do a little bit more math that's involved. Same exact equation. So I'm going to have it on the board still, okay? But this time, they want me to know how much money I put in there. Like that one was $1,600. That's what I have to find this time. Okay? So I've got $820. I'm gonna look for my principal amount. And then I've got E to the RT. So what is my R? It's 5%, so it's 0.05. Times 3. So y'all, all I'm going to do, I'm going to figure out this number, whatever it is in just a second, and then I'm going to divide it over here. Okay, I'm just solving for P. So let me figure out what E to that whatever is. So in my calculator, I'll put E to the 0.05 times 3. I just keep all that up there. E to the 0.05 times 3, it's blurry, I know. And what does it give me? 1.16. So I'm going to write 820 equals P times 1.16. It keeps going. I'm just going to shorten
If you
it.
don't put it in there,
It'll give you the wrong answer. Yeah. So I'm actually, give me 2 more decimals. 1.16. 1.8? Okay. So that might give us more decimals to use. All right. Then what would I do? How would I solve for P? If you just go back to Algebra 1, to solve for P, you just divide that number over. 1.1618. 1.1618. This is what I do. My calculator is already ready for this. So let me show you. My calculator has this whole decimal. Watch what I'm going to do. To get the exact answer, I'm going to type in 820 divided by, and mine does this, not everybody's does. Just go up and select it. Press enter, and it'll bring all those numbers. So I get $705.78. You should be close to it. Depends on how many decimals you used, okay?
Yeah, I got 0.78.
You got
80. Sorry.
so it's close. I would be able to tell that it was close enough. Especially if you show your work and I can see that this decimal, that you had the right decimal, I'll give you credit.
6 wasn't on there, right?
6 is on there. Yep. Which I don't know. I've got 26 questions on there. So I may do like where if I have 26 on there, where I only count 25 or something like that. So, because that one's not just awful, but I know it's got the extra steps. Okay. Let me see what's next. So first page is done. Yay. Now I have number 7. 7 is on there. So it just wants it in logarithmic form. So on this one, it's log. So I'm going to write log. What's my base number? 2. So I put my 2 right here as my base. Log base 2. What's my answer or my number over here? 32. And it equals the power. Remember, I don't know if you remember that guy's video, but it's log base b of the number equals the power.
Yeah, can you write down the formula right quick?
Yes. log base b of the number equals the power. Then in a second, we'll go backwards. We'll say base to the power equals the number. Okay, so we're about to go back and
Are
forth.
you gonna have those formulas up for us?
I'd rather y'all know those, because that helps me to know if you know it. I'm undecided on that. Just study it just in case.
But the first one you will have it like the.
Yeah, that PERT, the A equals PE to the RT, that one will be up there. The reason is because in real life, if you're doing compounded interest, I don't know who takes business math, but there's probably like 3 different formulas to use. So in real life, what would you do? You would look up a formula. So that's why I'm going to put it on there. Okay? So anyway, log base b of the number equals the power.
So there's one like 7. Is there one?
So there's one like 7. That means there's and there's one like 8. It's the same thing. Okay? So I've got log. What's my base on number 8? 125. What's my number? 625 equals 4/3. Okay, that's my answer for number 8. Are we ready for the next one? On the next one, some of these aren't the same. It is number 9. Okay, so number 9, we take our base to our power equals our number. So what's my base on number 9? 4. What's my exponent? -2, and it equals my number. And y'all, you can well, let's see if all of them might work, but 4 to the -2 would equal that. So your base to your power equals your number. Okay? Are we good with that? Yeah? Alright. Let me see if number 10 is on there. Oh my God. Let's see. I don't see that one. Okay, so it's number 11. Evaluate the logarithm. So you can put it in your calculator, or you can use change of base formula. What way do y'all want to do it? Do y'all just want to put it in your calculator, or do y'all want to use change of base? Just put it in your calculator. Okay. To put it in your calculator, this is the cheating way, but y'all are going to use it anyway. You press math. Wait, what do y'all press?
Math.
And then go up to this one. Math, and then I will press the up button a few times. And you see that choice? I'm guessing everybody has this. If not, I'll show you another way. Does everybody have this? Okay, and then you just fill it in. That's 5, and that's 1 divided by 625. And I get -4. Number 12 is also on there. It's number 9. The other way to do it, well, I won't confuse y'all. Everybody has this option. If you don't, speak now, so I can show you another way. Everybody's good. Okay, so try number 12 and see what you get. Let's see. I'll type it in. Math up 3. And then I type in 3 and 243. And I get 5. Okay? So, yes. So 11 and 12 are on there.
Are you gonna make extra signs? Please.
Yeah, I can. What I can do is get the test in a little bit. I'll try and pull the test up and then just change the numbers. So y'all can go with that. Are we ready to keep going? Trying to see which ones are on there. It looks like number 13 is on there, and 15 and 16. So let me do on this page 13, 15, and 16. So number 13, And 15, I don't want to solve anything. There's no equal sign, okay? I'm not solving. I just want to combine it and make it one logarithm. So what do you first do with your numbers out front? Log base b of q to the exponent. There we go, 3. This one is going to be log base b v to the 6th. Now, is that one logarithm? Not yet. I've got 2 that says it's a single log, so I need it to go to 1. So if I'm going to combine them to 1 and there's a plus sign, it's multiplication. So I would put log base b, and I have q to the 3rd, v to the 6th. I'm multiplying those 2 things. That's my answer. Just write them as a single number.
If I put v to the 6 and 6 doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter.
Wait, that's your answer?
That's your answer. They just wanted it written as a single logarithm. My numbers out front became exponents, and because that's a plus sign, I'm multiplying them together.
What are you multiplying?
The q and the v. Like if you wanted to put a multiplication symbol between them, you can. I think this is what Jaden was saying. She did like that. Is that what you did, Jaden?
Yes, ma'am.
So that just means multiplication. Or you can write it like this. That's how I would write it.
Where does 9 go?
That's q. Isn't that a q?
That's a q. Oh, I'm
Q to the 3rd. So I left it q to the 3rd.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Okay? On the next one, I said not 14, right? So 15. Can we keep going? All right, so number 15, what do I do with those numbers out front again? Put them as an exponent. So I'm going to have log x to the 4th, see, that went right there, minus log x plus 2 to the, that goes up there, 6. Now I'm almost done. I need to combine them to one log. So what do I do when there's subtraction? I divide. So I'm going to write log x to the 4th over x plus 2 to the 6th. And is that an answer choice? I'm thinking it's not. I think it's been like that.
None of these.
Yeah, so it's none of those.
But that is your end answer that you're looking for, though?
Yeah, it's D, none of those. Now, I don't know if it's, like what you'll do, if you get another copy of this in a little bit, and you see that that's the answer again, then it's probably going to be that answer on the test. But it could switch it, and it could be one of the answers. So please check. Don't just see none of these and circle it without trying. Okay, then number 16, I said that one's on there. So you have this logarithm, and they want me to actually write several logarithms with it, right? So since I'm dividing, what am I going to do with those 2 logs? Subtract. I'm working backwards. So it's log base 3 of D minus log base 3 of 12. Okay? And if I went this way, I would divide. Go this way, I subtract. And let me see what I have next. Where am I? All right. Can I move that paper? It's still down there if you're still writing. I'm trying to see which one I have next. Number 17 and 18 and 20. Those are my next 3. Okay, 17, 18, and 20. So let me pull those up. All right, number 17, it says, take this logarithm and expand it out. Same thing as number 16. So what do I do if I'm multiplying? I add them, okay? So I already should know my answer. But I'm going to have log base 3 of 11 plus log base 3 of p to the 3rd. What do you notice? Let me write that a little bit better. Still not right. Yeah, what do you notice between, I don't know why, that's supposed to be a 3 up there, but it's not. Let me write it. Okay. Notice they don't have an exponent on their p. What do they do with that? Remember, when you have an exponent, you can bring it to the front. So your answer is C. I meant to mark it like that. So you get log base 3 of 11 plus 3 log 3 of p. Do we understand that? Yes, no? Since we were multiplying, we put the plus sign between them. Since I had an exponent, it had to come out front. That's just those rules. Okay? Number 18, you can use the change of base. I'll show you what it is. Or, guess what you can do with this right here? Just like the ones we did a few problems back. Press math and go up and put it in the calculator. If you use the change of base formula, you would press log of 91 divided by log, is that 3? Is that base 3 on your paper? Yeah, so that's how you would do it on your calculator if you use change of base. Okay, do you want to try this with my calculator today?
Sure. I have my calculator.
Oh, you do? You have, okay. I was just making sure you knew. Okay, everybody's good with number 18? Questions? Comments, concerns? No. The next one is 20. No, I think that's what I think, let me double check. Change of base, and then I have, what is the value of log base? Yes, something. Okay, yeah, so 20 is on here. So, what do I do to find 20? Well, I guess you could just type in your calculator, right? Isn't that what you would do? Just, again, type that in your calculator. Like 3 of these problems, actually 4. The E problem, where we typed in e to the 1.7, calculator did it. And then it looks like there's 3 of these on there, where you literally just type it in. That is 4 problems. Everybody should get it. What is that? 16% at least. Let's try to do better. But those are just all in the calculator.
Did I get B?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, yeah. Did y'all get the right answer? Okay. Okay, now, but now it's not even erasing. What is wrong with that? I don't know. Alright, let me move it up and see what the next one is. 16. Looks like it's like 22. Okay? So I'm going to do 22. Let me see if I can. Got it. All right, number 22. How do you solve these? If you have an x in the exponent, what your calculator tells you, what gets rid of an exponent? Using the log, the whole chapter, you put log in front of it. Okay? So if I put, and some of you, there was other ways we did these problems. So if you still use another way, that's fine. Log base 4 to the 4x equals log of 8. Then what do we do?
Base 10.
Log of 8. Well,
Not base 10.
now we can, what can we do with that exponent? Bring it down. Does everybody understand what I did from here to here? I just put log in front of it because that's the only way you can bring an exponent down. Okay? So now if I bring the exponent down, now what do we do? Got to solve for x. What's being multiplied to it? 4 log 4. So I'm going to divide by 4 log 4. And I'm just typing all that in my calculator. Just be careful how you type it. Am I going too fast on this, y'all? No? Okay.
I should say on this one.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so when I just divided by log 4 and I still got the right answer. Is that,
You did log 8 divided by log 4?
yes, ma'am? I didn't bring the exponent down till last and then I divided that by 4.
That probably, because you had, so you would have had 4x still? Is that what it is? 4x equals this, and then divide by 4, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. How do I put that in my calculator?
Okay, I would do, I don't know what kind you have. I prefer the green alpha button and the one next to it. You press, does yours do this? If yours does the big fraction, that's the way to go.
Yeah,
So
how do
you
do it?
So you press alpha and then the button to the right of it. Does it make a big fraction for you?
Mine's not.
Okay, so yours doesn't do that way, which you're always welcome to borrow. I mean, I don't know if somebody else will borrow it, but my calculator, I'll show you how to do it without my calculator in a second, though. So if your calculator does this, this is the best way. Now, what do I type in the top? Log 8. So I'm going to put log 8. I like to close my parentheses. Then what goes in the bottom? Yeah?
How did I get to the log without the 10 again?
Oh, you just press log button. Just press log, because it is base 10. Like, if there's no base, then you just press log. Log 8, and then what do I put in the denominator? 4 log 4. And then I press enter, and it actually gives it to me as a fraction. Yeah, so y'all's, if yours doesn't do that, go ahead and type in log 8 and close your parentheses. Okay? Now, be careful here. I'm dividing not by one thing, but by two things. So I'm going to type in parentheses 4 log 4 and close your parentheses. You might not even have to close them twice. Let's just see if that works. Okay, so it gives, what's wrong with that answer?
It just gives it.
A decimal, so how do you change it? Math, enter, and there it is.
Wait, so you put 2 parentheses?
Yeah, I didn't. I only put, I did. I put parentheses and was telling it all this.
It gave me the same thing.
It did, okay. Yeah, I should have put 2 parentheses at the end, but. Okay, is everybody good with 22?
So 3 over 8.
Yeah, it's 3 over 8 was your answer on 22. Let me see if this one's on there. Yeah, number 23 is also on there. So let me work that one out. I'm already at 17. We're getting through this. I don't know, y'all might not. Y'all might think it's going slow. But all right, 23, I saw the exact same way, right? It's got my x and the exponent, so I'm going to put log in front of both things. Yeah, it's solved the exact same way. What do you do with your exponent? We're going to put it out front. Okay, and then what do you do? It doesn't go
Divide
by
2 log 15.
divide by 2 log 15. The only thing you have to do is make sure that you type in your calculator correct. What did we get for this answer? Do y'all have it from yesterday? Y'all have it? A.
0.
Okay, so you should get that. If you make sure you can put it in your calculator right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I gotta see what else we've got on here. Yep, I've got 18. I've got 24. No. And 26. And 26 and 28. Okay, are we ready to keep going?
No, ma'am.
No, okay. 24, 26, 28.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. So I've got on this page 24, 26, 28. We're going to do the other evens that I've got left. Okay? So 24, 26, 28 are on there. 24, it's the same thing, but it says use a table. I would not use a table if I'm comfortable with this method. I just keep going. So you put log out front again. Then what do? Bring down the exponent. I know it's the same thing over and over again, but I'm trying to drill it in your head. And then what do? Divide by 4 log 6. And I'll tell you what. It says to the nearest hundredth, so we're going to go 2 decimal places. Let me see what we get for that answer. It's 24.58.
Is it going to be the nearest hundredth on the test?
Yeah, it's going to say the same thing on this one. 0.58. Would I take off for that? Probably not. Like if you went a decimal more. Now, would college algebra take off? It would mark the entire thing wrong in college algebra. So you have to know your.
Is it better to put more decimals than not enough?
For me, yeah, but for college algebra, if it says 3 decimal or to thousandths place, and you put 4 decimals, wrong, completely wrong.
That's silly.
So it's because it's a computer program. So the computer either marks it right or wrong. There is no partial credit. So anyway, I'm just trying to prepare you, get used to looking for that. Okay, can I erase this one? We get 0.58. 1 second, okay. Isn't that right? 0.58, okay. 0.58. Okay, anybody else need a second? We're good? Okay, number 26 I said was on here. And 28. 26, this one looks to be backwards, right? So now, for the log button, I put what? Base 10. Does everybody see that? So if I'm going to start with a log, then backwards from that, I use base 10. The first thing, well, you could do the 3 in the exponent, but that's going to make it more difficult. But you could do that. I would just divide by 3. Let me move it and get the log by itself. Is everybody okay with that? And that's some crazy decimal that doesn't end, so I'm just going to leave it like a fraction for now. I divided by 3. Is everybody good? How do we get rid of log? We just did it. Base 10. So I'm going to put a base 10 over here and over here. Now I have no idea what is 10 to the 4/3. I forgot.
21.54.
Yeah. So, or you can press math enter. No, you can't. Just kidding. So you would do 21.544. Let's see. That's tens, hundreds, thousandths, 10,000. That's crazy. I'm gonna go out for
Gosh, I'm gonna forget to do that.
It's okay. Remember, more decimals is better than less. Then how do you finish solving? Divide by 2. So, yep, I get the actual answer is 10.7722. Y'all, if you're close enough, I'm not gonna deduct points for it. But try your best.
So it wants us to go all the way in.
Yeah, it says to the nearest 10,000.
I was gonna show you.
So try your best to start being able to tell what your decimals are.
Yeah.
We're almost done. I think we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. Is that right? We got 7 left. Can I go to 28? Or is anybody still writing this? I don't think we're still writing it. I'm going to erase. All right, let's see. This one is a little difficult. It is on there. I do have this one on there. But again, I think I'm putting 26 questions on your test, and I'm only going to count 25. So do all 26, and if you miss one, it won't even count against you. Okay? I used to do that. Did I do that for y'all before? Yeah. So on this one, first thing, that has log, that has log, that has log. Where does that need to go? To the other side. So I'm going to put, you don't have to write all this stuff. You can combine some steps if you want. But I'm going to write all that. And if I move that -4 over there, what does it become?
Positive.
Well, I would add 4. I would add 4, basically. So you get +4. Now, a number out front, what do you do with it? Make it an exponent. Okay? So I'm going to do that for any of them that have a number out front. So that's log 4 squared. I don't do anything with that one. And then this one becomes a log of x squared. Here we go. Now I'm going to put them all as one log. Is everybody good with this? So if I put them all as one log, let's see. What is 4 squared? 16. Since that's a minus sign, where does it go? At the bottom. Since that's a plus sign, it goes at the top.
Whoa, please start that over.
Okay, let me do that again. Remember, when you combine it to one log, plus signs mean you're multiplying, minus signs mean you're dividing.
If we wrote it all out and put like log of 16 and then log of x squared in the top and then log of 3 in the bottom, would it be wrong? Or do we just need to write log once?
Just write log once, because we can't solve this, we can't get rid of the log until we get it all together. It's like putting all your like terms together. You can't finish solving it until they're all together, okay? So, again, like the 4 squared was the 16. Since that's minus 3, where does the 3 go? And it's a division, so it goes in the bottom. Since that's plus log x squared, where does that one go? In the numerator, okay? Now, that's like some of the problems from the beginning. Now we actually have to solve it, like the problems from the end. So, how do you get rid of log? Base 10. So I have 16x squared divided by 3 over 10,000. Now we just solve for x, not x squared, but we solve for x. Okay? Yep, 10 to the 4th, that means 4 zeros.
Wait, can we pause? I thought that was final answer, sorry. I like circled it and everything.
Yeah, it wants us to actually solve this one out. Y'all, I'll probably have to print that thing out next hour, okay? But I will. I'll print it out next hour.
So is that what's on there?
No, we still have to get x all by itself. So how do you solve for x?
Multiply by 3.
Yeah, you have, it's divided by 3. So the first thing I would do is multiply by 3. So I have 16x squared equals 30,000. Then what do I do?
That's 16.
Yeah, since I'm multiplying this, I divide by 16.
Oh my gosh.
So once I divide by 16, I
Can we
get,
pause?
yep,
I'm sorry.
that's like y'all's class quote. Can we take a pause? Can we pause?
I don't know.
But we're not done, y'all. We're still one step.
Oh my god.
It's just one step. It's one step.
I don't have any room.
Are y'all ready for me to finish it? So, since it's got x squared equals that, how do you get rid of the square? You just square root. So in my calculator, I would type in the square root of 1875. What is that?
What is it, 30?
Yes. 43 Oh, I think they said 10 thousandths, but again, I'm not gonna take off that. But that's what they thought, I think. 43.3013. Okay, I think that's like the hardest problem on there that we have. So we've got a few left though. Oh, are y'all still writing? I'm gonna move that. Almost done. Is this one on there? Let me see. 3. Yeah, 29 is on there, 30's not. Are we ready for 29? Yes. Look, I might have time for 1 or 2 tomorrow, or y'all can just watch the video. But I won't have time because these take a while. So to do very many. So make sure you practice some at home. Okay, number 29. It wants me to combine. What does it want me to do? Did it say? Oh, it does say. Write it as a single natural log. So what do I do with the exponent? I'm sorry, what do I do with the number out front? Put it as an exponent. That's what I meant to say. So I get 3 to the third, and this one I get c to the third. Is everybody okay with that? Then what do I do to combine them as one natural log? Since I'm adding, I multiply. So 3 to the third, c to the third. If you stop there, I'd probably give you credit. But the right answer, what is 3 to the third? Careful, 3 to the third. 27. That's the exact answer. Okay? Because you know what 3 to the third is, so write that down. So again, you put your exponent combined to one logarithm. To one natural log. Okay, there's that one. And then I've got that one's not on there, but number 31 is. Okay?
31 is.
Yeah, I'm pausing. I know that's a.
Did you get it? Yeah. And then found where it crosses
Yes, I'm good.
Okay, we're good. So for 31, the natural log of e to the third, you can first of all type it in your calculator, but what you should know is natural log and e cancel out, and that's just your answer. It's 3.
Oh,
Natural log
I
and
see
e.
that LN right there.
Several people did that, but it's just natural log e to the third.
hold up.
Okay.
How do I put that?
So you can press natural log, now press second natural log, those canceled out, and then put third. Press enter. What does it give you? It's because natural log and e are inverses. They would cancel each other out, and your answer is 3. So make sure you're looking for an easy question like that on the back. Okay? The next, let's see. The next ones that are on there, I'm hoping I finish. I know I've got 32. I'm going to go ahead and tell you all these. 33. Which one is that one? 34 and 35. Okay? So let's try and finish at least a couple of them. All right. Number 32. So how do I get rid of natural log? So I'm going to write e on both sides. It's like base e. Okay? So I get 2x minus 1 equals, do y'all want me to write what that number is? Is that what y'all prefer? Yes? Okay. I know Chloe, she hated when I put e to the 8. She'd rather me figure it out, so. Second, e to the 8. I get 2980.958. Why am I going 3 decimals? Because my answers are 3 decimals. Then what would I do? Is everybody okay with that? I just type that right there. E to the 8 is that. So then, what do I do with that minus 1? I'm going to add 1, which on my calculator, I'm just going to press plus 1. And then what do I do? Just press divided by 2 on my calculator. And I get 1,490.9. Oops, I think it's 79 divided by 2. Yes, 1,490. Why don't I see that? Oh, yeah, I divided by 2 because I had 2 times x. So that's 32. Okay, I've got 2 minutes. So I'll do the next one. Didn't I say 33? And I might just, wait, 33, there it is. Okay, this one, we'll just have to, I might hopefully do 2. I'm going to combine them to one natural log. So it would be natural log, and then what do I do if there's subtraction? X over 6. How do I get rid of natural log? E. So I get x divided by 6 equals, I'm guessing that's 1. Anything to the 0 power is usually 1. Then how do you solve for x? If I type it in my calculator, anything to the 0 power is 1.
Multiply by one.
Multiply by 6. Multiply by 6. So x equals 6. Okay? Do y'all want me to do the next one? Okay, even if the bell rings and you want to leave, you can. If the bell rings and you want me just to do this last, I know there's 2 left, but I'll at least try and do this one. Is that what you were saying, Lily? You want me to do the next one?
Those were the only ones I didn't.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so what number is it? 34?
34 and 35.
Okay, if you want to go, you can. Just quietly go. So on this one, E is not by itself. Well, who do y'all have?
This long.
I'll tell her. I will tell her over and over. So add 2. Add 2. Does everybody understand why I'm adding 2? I have to have E by itself. So I need to move the 2 and the 6. So if I add 2, I get this. What's 3 plus 2?
5.
Okay. Now how do I move the 6?
Divide by.
Divide by 6. So I get this one. I'm just going to leave it as 5 over 6 because I don't know what it's like a decimal, long decimal. How do we? Well, how do we get rid of E? ln goes in front of it. Natural log. So I'm going to put it here. And where else am I going to put it? Right here. Natural log of 5 over 6. So I'm going to rewrite it where it looks better. 4x equals natural log of 5 over 6. Do y'all want me to figure out what that is? Look.
The natural log of
Well, no, well, you have, if you put the natural log over here, you have to put it over here.
But why does it cancel out in front of the 4x and not 5 over 6?
Because natural log and E, that was the only way to make the E go away. Give me just a second. Natural log and E cancel out. I knew they were going to make fun of me. So if I type in natural log of 5 divided by 6, I get this. Negative 0.18, and it keeps going. Da, da, da. Does everybody understand that so far? We have one last step. What do? Divide by 4. And if I do that, I get negative 0.04. I don't know how many decimals it tells me. Okay? Oh my gosh, we're like so late. Let me go tell her. Y'all just take it tell her. Write it down and I will tell her that I have the whole class.
What's the answer to 35?
Six.
We're doing tests. Alright, when y'all are done, have tests, we can go to the classroom. Please no.
Yes, go. All right. Y'all should be, yes, they have a test, so y'all should be done right.
Who's nerd?